Hi, this is Lisa from the Enchanted Oven, and today I'm going to show you the 3 steps involved with decorating sugar cookies. They are outlining, flooding, and then adding the details. So I'm doing a little bunny cookie here as a demonstration because it's fairly small and I don't want to bore everyone to tears while I do a big cookie. So the first thing I'm going to do is outline. Actually, I think I'm going to use my blue first. So I'm making a little blue vest on our bunny. Like Peter Rabbit, you know? So let me bring it down, make it the shape I want it to be. Okay. Then I'm going to go in with my white. And I'm just simply outlining the cookie. Basically, it's like making a dam that is going to hold back the flood icing. So you want your outline icing to be, I'd say, roughly the consistency of toothpaste. That kind of helps you visualize it. So I'm just carefully going around. There. So that little guy's outlined just like this one. What I would do, and why I fixed this one up ahead of time, is you let it set up a few minutes before you use it, and that way the outline frosting, the dam, will be a little bit more solid, and you don't have to worry about your flood going places that it shouldn't go. So here I am. I've got my little squeeze bottle filled with my flood icing. And to me, flood icing is more of the consistency of maybe cream rinse or shampoo. And I'm just taking a toothpick, moving it into all the corners so everything gets covered nicely. Personally, flooding is my least favorite part of doing cookies. I find it to be a little bit tedious. I think you can see now why I didn't want to demonstrate with a big cookie, because it takes a while. Alright, I've got a clogged tip here. This happens too. Sometimes your tips will clog up if they've been sitting for a while. So here we go with our blue icing. And here, I take another toothpick, move it around. I will also tell you that if I were using white with, say, black or dark red, any really light color with a dark color, I would give it a lot of time in between so the colors didn't bleed. Now what you do is go back in with a toothpick or a pin and pop any little air bubbles that you see. And I have never been fortunate enough to have a cookie that didn't form some air bubbles somewhere along the line. So I put on my magnifying eyeglasses and I start popping bubbles. Okay. That one is flooded. This is a cookie I've already done, and the icing is set up, and it's very important that you allow the icing to set up before you go in and put on the details. So what I'm going to do first is get my white icing again, and I'm going to make the rabbit's back leg. Just give him a little more detail. And I'm just going to fill in his tail area with little dots of icing. You could also use sanding sugar on this, and it would be really cute. Just a way to give the little cottontail some dimension. So there's my white. Now I'm going to get my pink icing in a bag. And I'm going to give him a little pink nose. Whoops. Little pink nose. And then I'm going to make the inside of the ears. See how that little point of the nose is sticking up? When it sets up just a tiny bit, I'll go back in and flatten that out. And I'm going to give my bunny an eye. Turn him sideways. Whoops. I'm going to give him 3 little whiskers. 1, 2, 3. And there is our little rabbit. He's all completed. We've outlined, we've flooded, and we have given him details. I think I'm going to give him one more little detail. I think I'm going to give him a little silver button. Now if this blue icing was still somewhat soft, I wouldn't have to add a dot of icing to make my dragée stick. I've got a little silver dragée, put it in some wet icing, and there you go. We've got Peter Rabbit all ready to go. I have a whole lot more of these to decorate, so I'm gonna head back. Hope you'll join me at the Enchanted Oven. Thanks.